Alright, subpart D, on-track roadway maintenance machines and high rail vehicles. 214501, the purpose of this subpart is to prevent accidents, casualties caused by the lawful operation of one-track roadway maintenance machines and high rail vehicles. This subpart prescribes minimum safety standards on the track railroad maintenance machines on high rail vehicles, and an employer may prescribe additional or more stringent standards. They are consistent with this subpart. Any working condition that is involved with the protection of the employees engaged in the roadway maintenance duties is covered by this subpart, but is notwithstanding the subject matter is addressed by the subpart, including the employee and exposure to the noise, shall be governed by the regulations of the U.S. Department of Labor, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. 214503, good faith and challenges procedures of the notification resolution. An employee operating with an track roadway maintenance machine in the high rail vehicle shall inform the employer whenever the employee makes a good faith determination that makes the machine vehicle does not comply with the FRA regulations has a condition that inhibits the safe operation. Any employee charged with operating an on-track railroad maintenance vehicle on a high rail vehicle covered by the subpart may refuse to operate the machine or vehicle if the employee makes a good faith determination that it does not comply with the requirements of the subpart, has a condition that inhibits the safe operation. The employer shall not require the employee to operate the machine and the vehicle under the challenge that the resulting the good faith determination is resolved. Each employer shall have its place in the following written procedures to assure that the prompt, equitable resolution of the challenges resulting from the good faith determination made in accordance with the section. The procedure shall be included the specific steps taken by the employer to investigate each good faith challenge, as well as in a procedure to follow once the employer finds a challenged machine, the vehicle does not comply with the subpart or otherwise unsafe to operate. The procedure shall also include the title, location, and the employer's designated official. Alright, 214505, required environmental control protection system for the new on-track roadway maintenance and machines of enclosed cabs. The following of the new track on the roadway maintenance machine shall be equipped with enclosed cabs with the operating heat system, operative air and conditioning system, and an operative positive pressure ventilation system. 1, a ballast regulator, 2, tampers, 3, mechanical brooms, 4, rotary scuffers, 5, undercutters, and 6, functional equivalent of any of the machines identified in the paragraph A1 through A5 of this section. B, new on-the-track roadway maintenance machine is existence on the track railroad maintenance is specifically designated by the employer of the types identified in the paragraph through A5 of this section. Functionally equivalent thereto shall be in capability of the protection employees in the case and the cabs of the machine from exposure to the air contaminants in accordance with Title 29 Code CFR 1910-1000. An employer shall maintain a list of new designated existing on-track railroad maintenance machines of types identified in paragraphs A1 through A5 of this section or functionally equivalent to thereto. The list shall be kept current and made available to the Federal Railroad Administration and other federal state agencies upon request. An existing railroad maintenance machine of any type identified in paragraph A1 through A5 of this section, functionally equivalent thereto becomes designated when the employer adds the machine to the list that required in the paragraph C of this section is designated irrevocable. Designated existing roadway maintenance machines remain subject to the paragraph B of the section until it is retired or sold. Alright, if the ventilation system on the new track railroad maintenance machine, a designated existing on-track railroad maintenance machine of the type identified in paragraph A1 through A5 of the section or functionally equivalent thereto becomes incapable of protecting any employee in the cab of the machine when exposure to the air contaminants in accordance with Title 29 CFR 1910-1000, personal respiratory protective equipment shall be provided for each of such employee until the machine is repaired in accordance with the Title Statute 214-531. Personal respiratory protective equipment provided under the paragraph E of the section shall comply with Title 29 CFR 1910-134. On new on-track roadway maintenance machines will in an enclosed cab other than those types identified in paragraph A through 1 through A5 of this section are functionally equivalent thereto and shall be equipped with an operative heating and ventilation system. When a new on-track roadway maintenance machine requires operation for the non-enclosed station outside of the main cab, the non-enclosed station shall be equipped with where the feasible with an engineering standpoint with a permanent or temporary roof, canopy or umbrella designed to provide cover from normal rainfall and midday sun. 214.507 required safety equipment for the new track on-road maintenance machine. Each on the new on-track railroad maintenance machine shall be equipped with a seat for each of the operator, except for the parents as provided in paragraph B of this section. A safe and secure position for the handles of the handrails, secure seat for each of the roadway workers transported on the machine. Each position shall be protected from moving parts of the machine. 3. A positive method of securement for turntables or machine equipped with the turntable through an engagement of the pins and hooks that block the descent of the turntable devices below the railhead when not in use. 4. Windshield. The safety glass and other material similar properties of the machine is designated with the windshield. Each new on-track railroad machine is designated with the windshield. Shall also have a power windshield wiper suitable alternative to provide machine operator with an equivalent level of vision if windshield wipers are incompatible with the windshield material. 5. A machine braking system capability, effective controlling and movement of the machine under the normal operating conditions. A first aid kit that is readily accessible, complies with Title 29 CFR 1926-50 DE. An operator properly charged with a fire extinguisher at 5 BC rating or higher, with a securely mounted and readable, accessible to the operator from the operator's workstation. Alright, B. Each new on-track roadway maintenance machine designed to operate and is transported by the operator's standing position shall be equipped with a handholds or handrails to provide with the operator with safety and secure position. Each new on-track railroad maintenance machine that weighs more than 32,500 pounds lightweight is operated with an excess of 20 miles an hour shall be equipped with a speed indicator that is accurate within 5 miles an hour of the actual speed and at speeds of 10 miles an hour and above. Each new of the on-the-track roadway maintenance machine shall have at least as built with lightweight displayed in conspicuous location of the machine. Alright, 214.509 required visual illumination reflective devices for new on-track roadway maintenance machines. Each of the new on-track roadway maintenance machines shall be equipped with the following visual illuminations of reflective devices. A. Illumination devices such as headlight capability, illuminating obstruction on the track ahead of the distance direction of the travel distance of 300 feet under the normal weather and atmospheric conditions. Work lights if the machine is operated during the period of 1/2 an hour after sunset, 1/2 an hour before sunrise, or in the dark areas such as tunnels unless equivalent lighting is otherwise provided. A warning, an operative 360-degree intermittent warning light of the beacon mounted on the roof of the machine. New roadway maintenance machines that are not equipped with a fixed roof have a light weight less than 17,500 pounds are exempt from this requirement. D. A brake light activated by the application of the machine braking system is designed to visible for the distance of 300 feet under the normal conditions of atmospheric conditions. And E. Rear-warded reviewing devices such as rear-view mirrors. 214.511 required audible warning devices for new on-track roadway maintenance machines. Each on the new on-track railroad maintenance machine shall be equipped with A. Horn, other audible warning devices that produce sound loud enough to hear and behold road workers and other machine operators within the intermediate work area. The triggering mechanism for the device shall be clearly identifiable with the ease and the reach of the machine operator. And B. An automatic change of the direction alarm shall provide with the audible signal at least 3 seconds long and distinguishable from the surrounding of the noise of the change of the direction alarm for the be interpreted by the machine operator within operating of the machine and the work mode. If the function of the machine was resulted in a consistent or almost constant sounding of the device, and if any of the action brought by the operator to enforce the change of the direction of the alarm requirement, the employer shall have these burdens proving the use of the change of the direction of the alarm in the particular work function would cause a constant or almost constant sounding of the device. 214.513 retrofitting an existing on-track railroad maintenance machine general. A. Each of the existing on-track railroad maintenance machines shall have also safe and secure positions, a handhold, handrail, secure seat, the bench position on the each of the railroad workers transported on each of the machine. Each position shall be protected from the moving parts of the machine. B. By March 28, 2005, an existing on-the-track railroad maintenance machine shall be equipped with a portable horn or other audible warning device to produce a sound loud enough to be heard by the railroad workers, other machine operators within the immediate work area. The triggering mechanism for the device shall clearly identify within the easy reach of the machine operator. By Alright, C, by the March 28, 2005, each of the existing on the railroad maintenance machines shall be equipped with a permanent and illuminate device and a portable light that is securely placed on not handheld. The illumination device's portable light shall be capable of illuminating obstruction on the track ahead of the distance at 300 feet under the normal weather and atmospheric conditions when the machine is operated during the periodic between one half of the after sunset and 1 hour before sunrise. The dark areas such as tunnels. 214.5.15. Overhead covers of existing on-roadway maintenance machines. For existing on-track roadway maintenance machines, either the current previously equipped with the overhead covers of the operator position defective covers shall be repaired and missing covers shall be reinstalled. By March 28, 2005, they are maintained in accordance with the provisions of Statute 214.531. Alright, for the existing of the track roadway maintenance machine that are not already equipped with the overhead covers of the operator position, the employer shall evaluate the feasibility of providing an overhead cover on such a machine. If required in writing, the operator assigned to operate the machine by the operator's designated representative, the employer shall provide the operator a written response to each request within 60 days. When the employer finds that in addition with the overhead cover is not feasible, the responsible response shall include the explanation of the reason for the use by the employer to reach a conclusion. For the purpose of this section, overhead cover shall be provided with the operator's position with the cover from the normal rainfall midday sun. Alright, 214.5.17. Retrofitting existing on-track railroad maintenance machines manufactured on or after January 1st, 1991. In addition, with meeting the requirements of Statute 214.5.13 after the March 28, 2005, each existing on-the-track railroad maintenance machine manufactured on or after July 1st, 1991 shall have the following. Change of direction alarm or rear view mirror or other rearward viewing device. Either the device is feasible given the machine design and either the device is added operational safety value given the machine function. In the action brought with the FRA to enforce the requirement, the employer shall have the burden to provide with it. Neither of the devices is feasible or adds operational safety value or both given the machine's design and work function. An operator heater, when the machine is operated at an ambient temperature at less than 50 degrees Fahrenheit, is equipped with, or has been equipped with a heater installed by the manufacturer of the railroad. The light weight of the machine is stenciled on either the other side, otherwise clearly displayed on the machine if the light and weight is not known. D. Reflective material, reflective device, operator brakes, safety glasses when it is glass and normally replaced except for the replacement glass that is specially intended for the on-track railroad maintenance machines and is employer inventory as September 26, 2003, may be utilized until exhausted. A turntable restraint device on the machines equipped with a turntable to prevent the lowering of an or on a warning light indicating that the turntable is not the normal travel position. Alright, 214.5.18. Secure and secure position for riders. On and after March 1st, 2014, a roadway worker other than the machine operator is prohibited from riding on any of the track railroad maintenance machine unless safe and secure position for each of the roadway worker on the machine is clearly identified by the stencil marking and other writing notice. 214.5.19. Floors, decks, stairs, ladders on the track roadway maintenance machines. Floor, decks, stairs, ladders on the track railroad maintenance machines shall be appropriate designed and maintained to provide secure access footing and should be free of oil, grease, and any obstruction which creates a slipping, falling, or fire hazard. 214.5.21. Flagging equipment of the on-track railroad maintenance machines on the high rail vehicles. Each on-track roadway maintenance machine high rail vehicles shall have the board of the flagging kit that complies with the operating rules of the railroad. If A, the equipment is operated over the track subject to the railroad operating the rule requiring a flagging, and B, 1, the equipment is not part of the roadway worker group. 2, the equipment is lead with the trailing piece of equipment in the roadway worker group operating under the same occupancy authority. 214.523 high rail vehicles. High rail gear for all high rail vehicles shall be inspected for safety and at least annually with no more than 14 months between inspections. Tram wheel wear and aim gauge shall be measured, and if necessary, it is adjusted to allow the vehicle to be safely operated. Each employer shall keep the records pertaining to compliance with the paragraph of the section. Records may be kept from the forms provided by the employer by the electronic means. The employer shall retain the record of each inspection until the next required inspection is performed. The record should be made available for the inspection copying during normal business hours. Representation of FRA statute participation under the Part 212 of this chapter. This record must be kept on high rail vehicles or locations designated by the employer. See, a new high rail vehicle shall be equipped with an automatic change of the direction alarm, backup alarm, which provides with audible signal at least 3 seconds long, distinguishing from the surrounding noise, and an operable 360 turn-minute warning light and beacon mounted on the outside of the vehicle. D1. The operator of a high rail vehicle shall check the vehicle for the compliance with the subpart prior to the use of the vehicle at the start of the operator's work shift. 2. A non-compliant condition cannot be repaired immediately, shall be tagged and dated in the manner prescribed with the employer and reported with the designated official. Non-compliant automatic changing alarm, direction alarm, backup alarms, and 360-degree intermediate warning lights and beacons shall be repaired or replaced as soon as practicable within the 7 calendar days. 214.525 Towing an on-track roadway maintenance machine or high rail vehicles. When used to tow push cars or other maintenance of the way equipment, each of the track roadway maintenance machines or high rail vehicles shall be equipped with a towing bar or other coupling device that provides a safety secure attachment. An on-track roadway maintenance machine on the high rail vehicle shall not be used to tow push cars or other maintenance way of the equipment if the towing would cause the machine or high rail vehicle to exceed the capabilities of its braking system. It is determined that the limits of the braking system the employer must consider the track grade, slope, as well as push the number of the weight of the push of the cars and other equipment to be towed. 214.527 On-track roadway maintenance machines inspection for compliance and scheduled for the repairs. Operators of an on-track railroad maintenance machine shall check the machine's components for the compliance with the subpart and prior to the using of the machine at start of the operator's work shift. B. Any non-compliant condition that cannot be repaired immediately shall be tagged and dated in the manner prescribed by the employer and reported to the designated official. C. Either the operation of an on-track roadway maintenance machine with a non-compliant condition shall be governed by the following requirements. 1. An on-track roadway maintenance machine will have headlights and working lights that are not compliant may be operated for a period not exceeding 7 calendar days only during periodic between 1/2 of the hour before sunrise and 1/2 of the hour after sunrise. A portable horn may be substituted for a non-complying or a missing horn for a period not exceeding 7 days. A fire extinguisher readily available for use to temporarily replace missing defective discharge fire extinguisher on a new track on a roadway maintenance machine for a period of not exceeding 7 days pending the permanent replacement of the repair of the missing defective and used fire extinguisher. 4. Non-compliant automatic change of the direction of alarms, backup alarms, 360 intermediate warning lights, beacons shall be replaced as soon as practical within 7 calendar days. A structural defective missing operating seat shall be replaced and repaired within 24 hours. By the start of the duty, the machine next tour of the day duty, which is later, the machine may be operated with the remainder of the operator tour of the duty if defective. The machine operator's seat does not have a preventive and safe operation. 214.529 in-service failure of primary braking system. In the event of the total in-service failure of the primary braking system on the track roadway maintenance machine may be operated for remainders of its tour of the duty while the use of the secondary brake system or by coupling into another machine if such operations may be done safely. If the total in-service failure of the on-track road maintenance machine's primary braking system occurs when the other equipment is not available coupling, the machine may, if it is said to do so, travel to a clearance or repair point where it shall be placed out of service until repaired. 214.531 Schedules of repair general except for the provided in statute 214.527C5, 214.529, and 214.533. An on-track railroad maintenance machine on a high rail vehicle that does not meet all the requirements of the subpart brought into compliance as soon as practical within 7 calendar days. If the repairs are not made within 7 calendar days, the on-track roadway maintenance machine or highway rail vehicle shall be placed placed out of the on-track service. 214-533 schedule of repairs subject to availability. The employer shall order the part necessary to repair the non-compliant condition of the on-track roadway maintenance machine or high rail vehicle at the end of the next business day following the report of the fact. When the employer cannot repair the non-compliant condition as required in statute 214-531 because of the temporary unavailability of the necessary part, the employer shall repair on the on-track roadway maintenance machine and the high rail vehicles within 7 calendar days after receiving the necessary part. The employer may continue the use of the on-track roadway maintenance machine, high rail vehicle with non-compliant condition until receiving the necessary part for the repair, subject to the requirements of statute 214-503. However, if the non-compliant condition is not repaired within 30 days following its report of the defect, the employer shall be removed the on-track railroad maintenance machine and high rail vehicle from the on-track service until it is brought into the compliance with its subparts. See, if the employer fails to order the part necessary to repair the reported non-compliant condition, or fails to install the available parts within the required 7 calendar days, the on-track railroad maintenance machine and high rail vehicles shall be removed from the on-track service until brought into compliance with the subpart. D. Each employer shall maintain the record maintaining the compliance with the section. Records may be kept in the forms provided by the employer or by the electronic means. The employer shall retain each the record for each last 1 year record. The record shall be made available for the inspection copy during normal business hours of the representative of the FRA state particle participated under the Part 212 of this chapter. The records may be kept on the track roadway maintenance machine, high rail vehicle, or at location designated by the employer. And Appendix A is a schedule of part civil penalties, and these are either willing for or willful if you're violation or if it's willful. And that concludes the Railroad Work Safety Part 214.